Right now.
Coming up next on Live at 5.
Stopping for students is top of mind for a lot of parents. What changes are being implemented to keep your kids safe? Coming up.
There is a new chairlift streets in the crosswalk.
Students should feel safe going to and from school, but as we all know, kids are getting hit too often while trying to cross the streets. Here at KSL, we are working to raise awareness and to find solutions. News
specialist Emma Benson is in Heber City, where the local school district is looking for some answers. And Emma, auto pedestrian incidents are an ongoing problem, aren't they?
Yeah, it is a major issue. Here at Wasatch High School, 3 teens in just the last few months have been hit while just trying to get to and from school, one of which just came home after being in the ICU for weeks. So the question is, how do we stop this? Well, today I spoke with the assistant principal at Wasatch High School. His name is Ryan Bishop. He says that the whole school district is running a student safety campaign. It's really focused on preventing these accidents from happening in the future. Now, he says a good thing that's come out of tragedy is that they've been able to add a stoplight near the school. That will actually be up and working before the end of this year. They've also added crossing guards for the high school, and they're out there every single day during lunchtime, making sure the students cross safely.
We're just trying to make sure that we're doing everything we can, whether they're behind a wheel, whether they're walking, to look out for each other. And it's really, what it's really done is it's really created a buzz in the community, you know, in neighborhoods and on Facebook and, you know, through the media, so that people are more aware.
Bishop also says it's important for parents to have conversations with their kids at home so you can talk about the importance of being aware and staying off your phone while you're walking and also while you're driving. And he also says that these are the messages that they are echoing at school. And coming up tonight at 6:30, we talk with the mother of a teen who was actually hit in a crosswalk recently and is currently recovering, what she thinks needs to change. In Heber City, Emma Benson, KSL-5 News.
Emma, thank you. South Davis Metro firefighters helped save.
This is breaking news from KSL.
Good evening. We are tracking breaking news tonight. Utah Attorney General Sean Reyes announcing he will not seek re-election. He made that announcement in a 10-minute video, which explains his decision. News specialist Lindsay Ertz has been poring over this. Lindsay, he's also addressing some of the questions that abound the situation with the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, that's right, Dee Dee. Operation Underground Railroad. This announcement today is big news in the political world. But in addition to this political news, Reyes also says he's met with the victims who are alleging that OUR's founder, Tim Ballard, sexually assaulted them. And Reyes now says he believes those victims.
I have very mixed emotions about my announcement today that I will not seek a 4th term in office.
Some big bombshells from Attorney General Sean Reyes late today. He won't run for office again after previously saying he would.
I know after 1 more year in office, it will be time to return to my family without an emergency case or crisis constantly pulling me away. It will be time to get back to clients and law partners.
And he's also addressing several women who are alleging in multiple civil lawsuits that his friend, Operation Underground Railroad founder Tim Ballard, sexually assaulted them.
I sat with these women and 1 man, all with their attorneys present.
Reyes has been under the microscope because of a decade of close ties to Ballard.
After hearing their stories in person, I believe them. And I'm heartbroken for what they've endured and the trauma that they will face their entire lives.
Reyes also says he will create a task force of which he'll have no involvement for the victims to bring forward any criminal complaints.
But my office will conduct a statewide investigation of Tim Ballard, Operation Underground Railroad, the Spear Fund, or others to determine what criminal conduct occurred, if any, relating to the complaints made.
Reyes himself is also being sued by the same attorney who's representing these victims. In that suit, he's accused of trying to help Ballard by intimidating an OUR critic. He didn't address that claim specifically. He says he did apologize to the victims.
I apologized to each of them that my past friendship with Tim Ballard and strong association with OUR contributed to an environment that made them feel powerless and without a voice to fight back for many years.
Now, Reyes says he does believe he could win in 2024, but he says that winning would keep him from even more personal priorities. Guys,
all right, Lindsay, thank you. We've reported on some of the criticism that Reyes is facing. The KSL investigators have for months been trying to obtain a copy of his schedule through Utah's open records laws. That's a request the AG's office has been fighting, saying they don't believe it's subject to release under the law. State lawmakers also want to know how he spends his time. We've reported on the audit that's been ordered, which will include a broad review of how Reyes governs that office. And of course, we'll be tracking any developments that come as a result of that audit and our own investigations, and we'll bring you the very latest on our updates.
The uphill climb to Utah's ski resorts.
Definitely some of the unsung heroes. Thank you. Stop for students still ahead. With 3 teens in Heber hit by cars this year, the safety measures being put into place to protect our kids.
Also saving the Great Salt Lake.
You're watching KSL News at 6.
Auto pedestrian accidents are becoming all too common, especially when it comes to crosswalks. So the question is, how do we stop this?
News specialist Emma Benson is in Heber City and shows us what the Wasatch School District is doing to protect our kids.
Students want to feel safe going to and from school, but it's happening all too often. Now, this is one of the crosswalks where kids have been hit by vehicles.
Christine Sarah is thankful that her son's alive.
It's a complete shock to a parent to get a phone call like that.
14-year-old Noah was biking to school one morning when a driver failed to yield and hit him in the crosswalk.
Had a broken pelvis, broken collarbone, and a fractured skull. He was in a severe concussion for a good 24 hours.
Unfortunately, Noah's story isn't unique. He's one of 3 Wasatch High School students in just the last few months who have been hit while trying to get to or from school, one of which just came home a few days ago after being in the ICU for weeks.
It was a tough fall for our school and community to have, 3 of our own go through that.
Wasatch High Assistant Principal Ryan Bishop says the whole school district is running a student safety campaign focused on preventing these accidents from happening in the future.
We're just trying to make sure that we're doing everything we can, whether they're behind a wheel, whether they're walking, to look out for each other.
Their efforts include installing a stoplight near the school, as well as adding crossing guards.
It's just something I wanted to do. I want to make sure the kids are safe.
Christine thinks that the real problem is growth.
It's not just about money and selling every lot that we possibly can sell. It's more about the safety in our community and the people in our community, and I feel like that needs to be taken into more consideration.
Whatever the root cause, both Christine and Vice Principal Bishop say it's important for parents to talk with their kids.
Having the conversation at home about student safety and about, being aware and staying off your phones, when you're walking or when you're behind the wheel, and then we're having that same message here at school.
I don't know exactly what the answer is, but I just hope it stops happening.
Well, Christine says Noah is doing well, but it will still be a long road to recovery. She, as I'm sure other parents, hope that these changes will help and that there will be more changes to come. In Heber City, Emma Benson, KSL-5 News.
Emma, thank you for the update. Unified Police are still